Hey y'all, it's Taylor from Tattoo Teacher Plans. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're doing a memory keeping spread for the week of March 8th through the 14th. And this is like 1 year since everything went down. It's kind of weird to reflect on, but I do have some other things that I want to reflect on as well. A lot actually. So let's look at the kit. So this one is from Nikki +3. It's called Pretty Peony, and it's so pretty. I'm just like kind of obsessed with her foiled kits. So pretty. It may be just a teensy bit early to be using this kit since it's not quite spring yet, but I want spring to be here, so I don't care. I'm using it anyway. So here are the full boxes, and there's a couple labels at the bottom, and then the page full of just boxes and just functional things. And then we've got a little bit of deco here, some headers, and then the bottom washi is so pretty. Just love that. And then there's also some date covers included. And then I love that she sends date dots and a weekend banner too. And I ordered on the weekend that it came out, so she sent these bows too. So I'm excited to use this kit. This is so pretty. I'm just loving all of the florals and the rose gold. Beautiful. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with the bottom washi, and it has 2 strips, which I love that look. So I'm laying down the thicker one first, and I'm not going all the way to the edge there. I just kind of like leave it lifted, and then it's a lot easier to pick up that sticker, like the remnants after I cut. And I'm doing the same thing on the other side. I love the color combo in this kit. The blue with the lighter pinks, so pretty. And just all the florals, it's just absolutely beautiful. And then I'm using the numbers from the kit, which love that she includes that. And I'm putting those down for the days of the week. And I love how everything just kind of matches together with her kits. Just so pretty. So I'm going to put those across at the top, and I'm putting them like kind of in the middle of that column. I don't know how to say it. I'm putting them at the top, but not above the column, like halfway into the column is what I mean. Anyway, those are going down, and they look really pretty all the way down. And then we're going to move on to the weekend banner here, which is so pretty. You haven't been using those, but I think it's so beautiful, and again, just matches the kit. So pretty. And then on the sidebar, I'm pulling in some of the deco to just kind of make that section look a little prettier. And then I'm going to put down 2 full boxes in my sidebar section, which is I use for journaling. And so I've got those 2 down, and I tried to kind of separate the brick pattern that's in the background of some of the full boxes, so that's why I chose to use those 2 kind of away from each other. And then I pulled in a half box for my highlight, and then some deco just for the journaling section. So starting with Monday, I have a note here that I took a half day to go for a checkup with my orthopedic doctor, and I had not really been complaining too much. I had told him about it, but my left thumb was like just hurting. And so I told him about it this time again, and he's like, "You've already mentioned that to me. Let's get it x-rayed." Turns out it was broken. Not super bad though, which is good. But I do have to wear like a thumb brace, which I'm not really good about wearing in my videos, but I do wear it pretty much all the rest of the time, including at night. This was also International Women's Day, which I wanted to note, and these 2 pieces of art really like spoke to me, so I included those. And then I also have a note here that I have my first plan with me in my new planner, which is my Planning Roses planner, and I'm just obsessed with it. It's just the perfect size for me right now, and it's just working really well for me. Okay, starting with Tuesday here. Now this was the week before spring break at my school, and so my kids were like stressed out. They're all in like spring sports. They're in other honors classes. They were feeling a little, they needed a break. So I decided that we were going to watch Hamilton in class. And so I pulled a little emoji sticker, which is so cute. And they were just completely enthralled by it. They, in fact, went home and watched it like they were just so into it, which I loved. And we had some really good conversations about like his decisions and the history behind everything, and it was just really good. And underneath that, I have a quote here that says, "Stop shrinking to fit places you've outgrown." And I put that kind of with this note about having a meeting with my superintendent, and just like we had a really good conversation, and we talked about my changing role, and it's just really good. And he's just so supportive, and really grateful for him. And this was the day that also my insurance claim was closed, which was really nice. It was a seemingly painful or painless process, which was really nice considering everything else I'm having to deal with. This was also the day of my first PT appointment, and they did like the whole assessment and everything, and it hurt like hell, but I made it through. We made a game plan, and then I went for a walk this afternoon afterwards, just to kind of clear my head about everything. And then on Wednesday there, we had a meeting that went really well. We're kind of working on college and career readiness and military readiness and all of that. And we have a staff member he does so many things at our school, but this is like his pet project. And so it's been really fun to work on that. And then this also was a funny meme from Amy Lotta that just cracked me up. And it says March 2021, basically the same as March 2020, but now we have toilet paper. This was the day that Texas quote unquote opened. I have a lot of feelings about it that I'm not going to get into, but you can tell by that sticker how I felt that day. And then I also wanted to mark that my anxiety about work was starting to come down on this day. There was a lot leading up to that meeting with my superintendent. There were things that happened afterwards too that were stressful, but I could feel like after that meeting, a lot of my stress coming down, which was really good. And I wanted to note that for this day. And then on Thursday, I'm going to start with a full box because I wanted to include some more of them. I also have some pictures here of the progress with my hand. So it's going to be a long road ahead, but I am making progress. And so the scars are kind of coming down just a little bit, and then I can make a fist now, which is really exciting. It takes me a couple of like making a fist in the morning to get it kind of warmed up, but I can do it. My poor pinky is like hanging in there, and it's doing its best, but we have a lot of work to do. And then I also have a note here that I had a good conversation with my physical therapist about not worrying so much about the road ahead. And she talked about how like now matters. Think about now. Don't think about like long-term effects and things like that. Just worry about now and work with what you have. And that really resonated with me, although I need that reminder a lot. I also have that feel it now quote there that I really like, and I wanted to include that kind of with that conversation. And then on Friday, this was the last day before spring break, and it was really slow at work. Like, we were a little bit bored. And then I have this picture of just like we went outside to get some sun and we were just kind of losing our mind. And I have a note here that we all need a break, everybody. And then this evening I just decided to chill out and just have some snacks. And I stayed up till 10 o'clock, which was really late for me considering I usually go to bed at like 9:30. I don't know. I just made a note of that because I didn't really have anything else going on this day. But I knew that this Friday I wanted to just chill. I didn't want to have any plans. I just wanted to chill, kind of just ease into spring break. And then starting on Saturday here, I used a flag to mark that it was stormy all day with tornadoes all around the city. Several tornadoes like dropped down and did some damage, but luckily nobody was injured, which was really good. And then I'm going to put in this beautiful full box. She just has an eye for the foiling. So pretty. And then I wanted to make a note here that I set up a cleaning schedule for myself for spring break so that I could get some deep cleaning done, but like not get overwhelmed and not do it all in one day, because when that happens, I usually like give up. And then I have this quote down at the bottom that I wrote on a little post-it that said, "You do not have to earn rest." It was a reminder to myself, which was I needed. And then I also had a call with my parents to set up a like meetup next week. So we all met up at my grandparents' house. It was just really nice, really, really nice. It'll be in the next memory plan with me, but it was a really good time. It was too short, but it was good. And then on Sunday here, I have this beautiful quote by Allie, according to Allie, I think. And it says, "Everyone's life is a glorious, beautiful shit show. No one escapes that." It's a Glennon Doyle quote, and I love her too. And then also on this day, and kind of the whole of spring break, I worked on a very subtle rebrand. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I've been just wanting to do that for a while. And so I just kind of like jumped into it and did it. And I'm really happy with it. It took a lot of work and a lot of time, but it looks really good. And then I have a quote below that that says, "Remember that you asked for growth. Don't be surprised when life challenges the fuck out of you." Yeah, that's how I feel about my goals right now. Just facing them, modifying them, all of that. And then this was the day of the time change, which I absolutely hate. So I made a note of that with a Once More with Love munchkin. It's like low battery. Love that. And then I was watching a lot of Criminal Minds over spring break. And so I noted that on this little label. It was also very cold and windy. The weather during spring break was just like all over the place. So I just used a little flag to mark that. And then we're going to go to the other side for my journaling section. So I like to open up the spread and look at it for a minute and just see what I want to write about, what I want to reflect on, because that's what this section is for me. And so this week, what I wrote was, "This week dragged on, but it was actually pretty good. I had a great time with my students, and I'm so grateful for the small raise and the confidence in me. I'm already looking forward to next year." I love back to school anyway, and like thinking about that fresh start, but just kind of like going into it knowing some things are going to be different, and I'm going to have more responsibilities, but I'm also going to have more opportunities, which is great. And then my favorite moment of the week was definitely watching Hamilton with my students, because we were able to just relax with each other and just like have a good time, but still like be on topic kind of. But it was just a really good experience, and I think I will definitely do that again with my batch of kids next year. Whew, here is the finished spread. My pinky was struggling just a little bit there at the end, but we made it through, and this is gorgeous. I just love it. It's so pretty. I didn't even add any extra foil. I just used what was in the kit, and I'm really glad I did because it looks very cohesive and so beautiful. I just love Nikki Plus 3 kits. They're always so pretty. But this was a good week. It was a really good week. And I kind of needed that before spring break, you know? Like, after spring break is always just so fast and furious. And I feel like I can breathe right now. And then I can come back after spring break and, like, really give it my all for the end. Because this year has been exhausting. And I just need to take a breath and then I'll be able to finish strong. But this was a great week at school, good week at home too, great week all around. So if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!